we would go around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, because if they didn't find work, they would kind of start to drink. And so we were like, okay, wait a little bit and then go and we'll talk about the Bible. And when, I'm not making this up, when they had a little bit to drink, they were very talkative. And they wanted to talk about God. And like they were always like arguing about the Bible. So we did a Bible study with homeless guys. It was awesome. It was awesome. But I remember this one guy, he was Puerto Rican. Any Boricuas in the house? Any Boricuas?
Yeah.
Okay, now I can say what I want. And then he said, man, all these guys, they're here, they drink because, they feel bad. But me, I'm here, I drink because of a woman.
That's how that song starts.
Are you serious? I'm like, bro, okay, relax, okay, take a step back, okay? They're like, what all this stuff that happens, we're so serious about good things, but we need to be serious about the most important thing, amen?
Amen.
So this talk is going to be about that. How do we zero in on the most important thing? God has a plan for each and every single one of you. But what happens if he calls and you don't pick up the phone? That always happens, right? Someone calls, you're like, wow. But what happens if it's Jesus and you're like, oh, no. But we need to learn how to allow that faith within to really form our lives. So we're going to do this, okay? You guys ready? You guys ready? It's going to be, oh, by the way, I'm gonna these slides, it's like a 5-step situation. I'm going to throw them on my Instagram afterwards so you guys can have them and remember them afterwards, because this isn't just about here. You got to study, you know what I'm saying? So ask me for my Instagram later. It's Orale CP. You remember it? Yeah. Orale CP. Or do my name. We need to love. We need to enter in and then turn away from sin so that we can get up, because only God can fill my cup. We need to love and enter in, turn away from sin and get up, because only God can fill my cup. Amen?
Amen.
So love. Humble, right? Do you know it's the word that we use most in our language? And it's also the word that's used most in the New Testament. In the Bible, it's the word that's used the most. And like I said, I love being here in California. A couple years ago, I was in Orange County. Anybody from Orange County here? Anybody? Like, andale, con más ganas. Orange County! So I was in Orange County, and it was during winter in New York. And so I come to Orange County, and I'm like, oh, the sun. I forgot what you look like. New York in the winter is like gray. Not that gray is anything bad. You know what I'm saying? These are the 50 shades of gray that you need. You know what I'm saying? So I was there in the sun, and I was just like, oh, the sun is so beautiful. I'm getting some vitamin D. And I thought in my head, oh man, but I don't have any sunglasses. That's okay, it's okay. I was just like, ah. And this guy came up to me and he says, hey, Father, man, thank you so much for your word. It's, he's the one, he brought all the guys from Juvie Hall. They're good, And it's like, and they really connected with me, don't ask why. And I was like, praise God, man, praise God. I'm so happy that your guys felt connected. And then he was just like, he looks down and he looks at me and he says, do you need sunglasses? And I was like, really? I want to give you my sunglasses. I was like, no, it's okay. He said, no. I feel God wants me to give you my sunglasses. And I was just like, yo. I just thought sunglasses that you're giving. So he gave me his sunglasses, and these are them. These are called My God Loves Me sunglasses. So seriously, man, like I'm like, wow, God, that's like a little thing that God did to show His love. And you know what? God does these things all the time, but we don't always notice it. Sometimes we focus more on the burden than the blessing. If you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say amen.
Amen.
Sometimes we focus on the struggle, but not the strengthening. Yo, if you're struggling, if you're here and it's hard, you're trying to do the right thing, man, if you're not struggling, you're not doing it right. So if you're struggling, let me hear you say, amen.
Amen.
You're doing it right. And God is going to show His love through that struggle. But you have to remember something super, super important. We love, but we know that we have been redeemed. Everybody say redeemed.
Redeemed.
Redeemed. So I celebrate Mass at a maximum security state prison over in Jersey. It's called the East Jersey Maximum Security Prison. And let me tell you what, man, this place it's intense, man. It's I don't know if you guys remember it. It's an old movie. Denzel did it. It's The Hurricane.
Yeah.
So that boxer served at this prison. The prison was built like in 1910. It feels like you're going into a time machine. It's like, what? This is what's going on? It's going on. It's super intense. So like, you know, sometimes you love, right? But sometimes like I say things and I'm just like, don't say that. I just said that, right? So I was walking, and to get to the chapel, you have to walk by where all the guys work out. And let me tell you what, man. These guys are built. They're big men because they work out. You see all these men working. I was walking by, and I don't even know why I said this. I looked at all the guys, and I was like, hey, bro, it's good that you're working out your body, but don't forget to work on your soul. And I was like, did I just say that? I just said that. Hi, can we be friends? I'm telling you, man, these guys were built. And this guy looks at me, he says, amen, Father. When you love, like those words come out and you're just like, yeah, but God will guide you. So like, I was there celebrating Mass, and this is a couple months ago. And I was about to, the day after, I was going to go to this big conference where all these priests and bishops were, and I was going to speak at that. Actually, I was just like, really, me? Man, I'm just a Mexican in a nutsuit, man. But they did, because they wanted to hear, you know, because honestly, I was representing you. I was representing the youth. I was representing the young adults, and I was trying to speak for you guys. And I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to ask all these convicts what they would say. And I never forget it. I asked, hey guys, I'm going to go to this conference. I got to talk to all these people. What would you say? And this one man raised his hand. Black, bald head, built. I think he's from Jamaica or Trinidad. He speaks with that Jamaican accent. And he said, tell them that we are redeemable. And I was like, I will. And I did. And I got interviewed on EWTN, and they asked me, and man, I told I don't know how many millions of people, these men are redeemable. And some of them need to be in prison. I'm just saying, man, they told me some of the stuff they did. I was like, bro, man, you're going to be locked up for a while, man. This one guy came up to me, he says, Father, I've been here for 40 years. And it's good to hear a priest say it like you said it. I'm like, praise God. I love celebrating Mass there. Because, like, nobody complains, man. It's a captive audience. Seriously, like, they go there because they want to. It's a choice. But it's important to know that no matter what they've done, they are redeemable. They are redeemable. Just real quick. I don't want to get into any of this stuff. Sometimes there's these talks about, these gang members and stuff like that. And some of the girls in my ministry, they were like, wow, that's messed up. What these gang members did. And I was like, yeah, that is messed up. We need to pray for them. And then one of the girls said, yeah, but man, they need to do something about that. I was like, well, I'm doing something about that. I give them communion. And she was like, wow, Father, mercy, pray for me. I was like, hey, man, Jesus is going to save even them. But we need to work on that. This love is seeing the redeemableness in everybody, but it's also seeing the redeemableness in yourself. Do me a favor, look at the person right next to you and say, you are redeemable.
You are redeemable.
Tell them, it doesn't matter what you've done.
It doesn't matter what you've done.
Where you've been.
Where you're going.
You are redeemable.
You are redeemable.
You are redeemable.
You are too.
Let's put your hands together for a God who redeems us.